Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2018 with my pals, Rikki and Tavi. How you guys doing?
Doing great, doing good.
Very good, yes.
All right, so again, it's been a whole year since last time we got the chance to talk to you guys. It was at Ohayocon 2017. How have you been since then?
Okay, just still alive, so that's a bonus.
Pretty busy.
Just getting our stuff done and staying alive. Reiterate that. That's a good time. Went to the park a few times, saw some nice ducks. You know, keeping it going.
Yeah, we've been mostly working on twice a week. We have a webcomic called At Tavicat. It's all true stories about us and the cats. So that takes up a lot of the time. And also he's been working on Mighty Magiswords along with Zim. So if you want to say, hey, there's going to be
questions, he's going to ask them. And I'll wait till him to ask the question.
Okay.
I'm not going to jump ahead.
All right.
I mean, Tavi's a great promoter of Rikki, so this works out real well. So going along with Tavi's awesome format, you guys are working on the Invader Zim movie. So I'm going to pass the mic to Rikki and go ahead and discuss how it's like going back into the booth to go work back on Zim after so many years of love that you now get to give that love back to Zim.
Right. We started the voiceover for the movie. The movie doesn't really have a title yet, it's still just the Invader Zim TV movie. It's a 90-minute film or 66 minutes of animation and the rest of commercials, but it's for Nickelodeon. And it's been great. First time I've been back in the booth with everybody in 15 years. All the original actors are back. Richard Horvitz as Zim, Andy Berman as Dib, Melissa Fahn as Gaz, and a bunch of other people who I can't mention yet because that would reveal plot. But it's been really, it was like, we had just been away for a week, except for some reason some mutation had happened and we all looked older. But yeah.
It felt like a high school reunion, didn't it?
No, because I never went to one of those.
I know, but
I can't really compare. I would never go to a high school reunion.
You're
In fact, every time they try to find me, I redirect it to a neighbor and say, no, that's him. Take him. And the neighbor usually gets confused and goes to my high school reunion, which is fine. But yeah, it's been wonderful.
What's it been like to do that podcast, and how's the fans been responding to it?
Well, this is my first, my own podcast. I was doing and still am doing a podcast with Richard Horvitz called The Podcrastinators. And with that one, it's a bunch of different people doing segments on topics. And so I do one segment where I usually just talk about something at 4 a.m. Because that's usually when Richard sends me, he sends me things days in ahead, says, here's the topic, and then I wait till the last minute. But check out The Podcrastinators for that. But for myself, I have a podcast called Absinthium Kingdom, and that's a story podcast. That's an actual narrative that I'm reading in first person, and there's sound effects and music that I made myself. Absinthium Kingdom is about a man named Fubsy Potvaliant who lives in a hidden city in the Antarctic called Absinthium Kingdom. It's a city of surrealists, and Fubsy's a type of surrealist called an animator. He lives in this city with his cat Dali, and Dali, he made him out of clay and brought him to life, and they're just trying to get by. Terrible things happen constantly, though. In the first episode, he is stalked by a roller coaster that wants him to ride it desperately. So yeah, check it out. If you go to tavicat.com and click on Absinthium Kingdom link, you can listen to it at the site or at Podbean or at iTunes. Please subscribe and give it 1 million stars. Thank you.
Last time we talked about you guys, you were working on your Super Information Hijinks reality check Kickstarter. How's it going for you guys, and how's the fans' response been? Tavi, you want to take this one?
Yeah, we can both talk about this one.
No, you take it.
Well,
I'm not going to say anything.
No, it's been very stop and start, unfortunately. I am in the middle of creating it right now. What happened is, though, we got a little bump because my computer died in May. So, yeah, and so we got a little bit of got a little slow start there. But no, I'm in the middle of still finishing up the new 24 pages that's going to be included, and hopefully, if everything doesn't go kaput again, it should be on schedule this year, and hopefully be out. I'm going to estimate around summertime, perhaps.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun revisiting the old project like that because, a lot has changed, and especially on the internet, and Catrice is no longer the only cat online, but it is fun to think that she was one of the first. So hopefully once that's out, everybody can enjoy it again, and hopefully we'll get some new fans for it too.
Alrighty, and kind of going along with your guys' own original works, you guys are doing Shutterbox, and you guys are now having all 5 volumes are out, sold separately, each an individual volume. So how's it been going for you guys on that end?
Well, that's a print on demand.
Yeah.
So we've been, we just were able to, well, we always had
that on demand.
Yeah, it's a print on demand.
Yeah, we go into the printer and we demand that they print it.
Yes.
We don't give them any money or anything. We just demand that they print these books.
Oh, please don't listen to Rikki. Anyways, if you go to our website and you go to the, I guess it's tavicat.com, books/shop.
I usually stand right on top of the printing press.
Yes.
And I say, put my hands akimbo. And I say, I demand you print these books immediately. And then they do it. And I have that kind of gaze I give them,
For every order, we'll autograph and doodle in it. So, yes, please check out the books again. We bumped up the size a little bit too, so they're a little bit bigger than the original prints that came out. So, hopefully, we'll get other maybe new fans on that one too. I don't know. Thank you.
Alrighty, and now Rikki, being Rikki, he is working on Mighty Magiswords. How's it going for you doing Monsters and Animals? I'll pass the mic over to you.
Mighty Magiswords has been very good to me. That's on Cartoon Network, created by Kyle Carosa. He's a funny guy, and he also voices the main character. But I love it. That's a great show. I've come back many times for that one. Just doing different monsters and goats and Bigfoots and just all kinds of guys. Usually if they just want something, that sounds screamy, gravelly, crazy, they bring me in for that. But I get to work with all sorts of great people on that too. I got the voiceover with Judy Tenuta a couple months, or like a month ago, and she's if you're my age, you'll remember her as a comedian in the 80s and 90s. She would do her comedy act with an accordion. So that was amazing. I wasn't expecting to do anything with Judy Tenuta, so that was nice. But it's a great show. I really enjoy that show. It's crazy, screamy, loud, but also it's just weird. It's just a weird show, and I appreciate that. I appreciate weird when it gives it to me. So, yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I've caught it when it was a short series on the web and stuff before they moved it over to Cartoon Network, and I highly laughed at it a lot. So I appreciate Rikki now being able to put his take on a lot of different things. So in our last interview, you guys had talked about working and living together and making the strong bond, never going to bed angry at one another, working together safe and happy. What other great advice would you give to, say the wife is the artist or the husband's the artist, and then the other is not an artist? What advice would you give to someone like that who is an artistic person, but their husband and wife might be supportive but doesn't really understand the medium 100%? So people are still trying to be very helpful.
Right. Yeah. Get a divorce immediately. If you don't have anything in common, run out the door screaming. Don't look back. There's nothing to salvage there. That's the end. You really shouldn't have gone through with it in the first place. Maybe you felt like your time was ticking away and you needed to pop a baby out. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are going through. But if you don't have anything in common, just burn that house down. Don't look back. Take the pets out first. And if you have children already, maybe let them out too. But burn the house down, empty the bank accounts, and just move. Move on with your life. Find someone who understands what you do, or be a hermit on a mountain. There was this thing recently in France, I think, or maybe it was Belgium, somewhere where there was a big mountain. You could get a job as a hermit. You had to apply for it, though. It isn't really a job. They don't really pay you, but you get to grow a beard and you get to sit in the woods in a shack and be the hermit of this mountain. So that sounds pretty good. I think you get a lot of work done as an artist if you did that. It's better than being married to somebody who hates you. So remember, burn the house down.
I don't even know if I want to add anything to that.
I love you guys. So we've talked a lot about our.
As long as we don't get any angry email over that.
I don't think we're going to. I think everybody will understand that Rikki is very much a lovable person and has come with a lot of heart to answer the questions. Now, are there any upcoming projects you want fans to know about at this time that we didn't discuss? I know that you guys are always working on something that you can't talk about because of NDAs or embargoes. So what projects would you like to give out to fans that they can check out now?
Let's see. I guess I should. Well, let me reiterate on the webcomic because that's at gocomics.com/TaviCat.
Same place where Garfield lives.
Yeah. And so Go Comics
You
has
like
been.
lasagna? There's none in ours.
They've been having us about 2 years now, I think.
Yes.
We've been with Go Comics, and it's been really fun and then I mirror everything on my Facebook as well. So if, it's hard to miss the cat comic. But in addition, we're actually going to start a D&D game.
Oh yeah.
D&D campaign. Do you want to talk a
Right.
little bit about that?
Yeah, we're gonna record that next month. My brother and Tavisha and my brother's fiance Peggy. We're gonna do a D&D campaign. I'm the DM, or as I like to call it, GM, or Games Operation Director, GOD. So that should be fun. We're gonna record that next month and probably have it edited and available for people to listen to. Probably in another month. But I'm excited about that because I've been listening to D&D podcasts for years now, and I've been going crazy wanting to do my own. So we shall see how this works. Maybe it'll be terrible. I don't know. Don't burn the house down over that, though. You can just turn the radio off. I guess you don't use the radio. It's more like your computer. But don't hit your computer with a sledgehammer if you hate this D&D podcast. Unless you want to. Maybe you got it insured and you want to buy a new computer. Then go ahead.
Alrighty, now we know again Facebook and Twitter are good ways to keep up with you guys online. What are those? And then what is the final message you want to get out to all the wonderful fans that have been keeping up with you guys throughout these many wonderful years of love and support?
Well, I would love to say just thank you so much and thank you for being patient with us, when things got, kind of crazy. I mean, it's been tough. I mean, there's just the two of us working on all these projects, and if one little thing goes off, life happens. And it's like we don't, we appreciate all the support and patience, and not giving up on us. So thank you so much.
All right. What was the question?
I don't know.
Right.
She answered one part. Where can we find you guys on social media?
Oh, all right. You can find me at Twitter. Rikki Simons on Twitter, RIKKISIMONS at Twitter, and there's our website TaviCat.com, TAV as in Victor, ICAT.com, TaviCat. Tavisha is on Facebook and Twitter
And DeviantArt.
and Instagram and DeviantArt. I don't know what all your handles are though.
TaviCat at DeviantArt.
Sure, TaviCat. Although somebody else took TaviCat on Instagram, so don't follow that person. That person's crazy.
No, that's.
No, you're Tavisha. On Instagram, you're TaviCat.
Yes.
On Twitter, you're Tavisha.
Yes.
Yes.
It's Twitter that betrayed you.
It's okay. I got TaviCat
Right.
on Instagram.
So when you're supposed to use your cats to take out the bird.
Right. And my final message would be, if you can't find a breath mint, you can use a cough drop. Especially recommend Auricola because it's very mentholy, and people won't know that you have bad breath if you take it. They'll think you just have a cold, so they'll stay even farther away. So it's got a double purpose. Anyways, thanks a lot.
Again, Tavi and Rikki, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming out again this year. Hopefully we'll get to see you again next year. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Bye.